Hello and welcome to Nerds of the Old Republic, the podcast where we drink AI-inspired beverages and talk about movies that you should have seen when they first came out, and then when they came out again, and then the third time when they came out a third time. But we're going to do it for the user anyway. So I'm Adam.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike.
And we are here, if you haven't gathered, talking about the Tron franchise and also most recently Tron Ares as well. Before we dive into the series, we've got really interesting beverages that Sean has whipped up. So head over to our socials on Blue Sky. You'll see a picture of that and some fantastic pictures of Cthulhu Mike over there too.
Yeah, I'll try to get both up for our many followers.
Oh, I just know that Cthulhu Mike is always there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, these are actual photographs.
Yeah, that's what he takes his human mask off.
Yeah, I appreciate it because it's really hard, Cthulhu Rylith, and I just can't, I'm not fluent yet.
And let's not forget the muscles. That's
I mean, you always tone it down, though. You always look way more jacked in person than you do on camera.
Yeah, I appreciate you doing that because, at least when people see, fictitious Adam, I look like the waif elf that I am in real life.
I look like have you guys seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Hell yeah.
I look like old Peter.
Peter B. Parker.
Yeah, Peter B.
Spider
Parker.
Dad.
Yeah.
And I look like a super muscular Cthulhu. But like Sean said, no matter how many muscles you see, they say the camera actually slims down.
Yeah.
It subtracts 10 muscles. Yeah.
Honestly, you've been poking me in the eye with those biceps all night. Jesus.
Sorry, man, I can't control these things.
Yeah, when your muscles have muscles.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, do you want to describe what we have in front of us?
I'll try.
Though it defies explanation, and I was going to make a Cthulhu reference, but we'll just move on.
Well, I 3D printed these with my lasers.
Love it.
And
we have 29 minutes to drink them, by the way.
yeah, they will. This is whatever the word was. No, it was actually I just spur of the moment thought we need a cocktail. We haven't done a signature cocktail in a while. And I thought, you know what? We did that AI thing. That was a lot of fun. Oh, Tron. That's kind of like AI. Let's have AI generate a Tron-themed cocktail. And I asked Google Gemini to come up with a Tron-themed cocktail using standard bar stuff, whatever I would have in the house. And it gave me the Light Cycle, which is this blue, very electric blue drink you guys see in front of you, thanks to the blue curacao that's in it. It's just a standard vodka curacao, simple syrup, lemon juice kind of thing. A little bit of club soda for some flash, but I'm sure it tastes like complete ass. However, it looks delightful.
I think it's partially because of the glass that it's in.
It looks like something on like 10 forward on the Enterprise.
That is a perfect description of what this looks like.
Guinan served these up for us. And,
But
Guinan need a
doubt
Light Cycle.
Considering what we just finished drinking, I do not expect this to taste like ass. I expect this to taste wonderful.
Full disclosure, if it does taste like ass, then Mike's going to have to finish that bottle of sherry.
That's brutal. Because there's like 2.5 glasses left.
Oh, that's quite a bit. That's like a quarter of the bottle left. So,
Not a fan.
Well,
shall we, gents?
Yeah. Let's do it. Cheers.
Cheers.
If we can cheers without...
I know, I'm very nervous about
It's a little
spilling
tenuous.
these.
No, better than sherry.
Better than sherry.
It's not ass, I guess.
It's a blue vodka drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
Take a vodka drink?
Yep, a whiskey drink.
Oh, I hate that sound.
Yeah, me too. But I would drink that if it were hot out, and maybe we ran it through the Ninja slushy.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be great.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah. Sean, did you already say all what was in it, or did I miss that part? Okay. All right.
Yeah,
I'll listen to it in once it drops.
One more time for
No.
Sherry-addled mind might have missed it, but it's blue curacao, it's vodka, simple syrup, club soda, and lemon juice.
I think you can taste all of that, to be honest with you.
You can actually, which, is not bad, because then you get some layers to it.
Yeah.
It does not get more basic than that, which is what I asked for. I wanted something for just a standard bar where most people probably don't have blue curacao, I would think, but I happen to have it from some other cocktail we did years ago. And I made the simple syrup today. It was super easy to do, and the rest of it I already had.
Was it the blue milk? We did blue milk.
We did blue milk one day.
Might have been
I wonder
something
if that's
like
why
that,
you have it.
Yeah, I mean, we do have better bar setups than most people, just because of our hobby here.
It's just weird that Gemini assumed that the average bar person would have blue curacao.
Well, maybe like I've never, you know how there's like different levels of vodka. I've never seen different levels of blue curacao. It's just the $10 750 milliliter thing. So maybe that's why.
And maybe Gemini didn't assume. Maybe Gemini knows exactly what you have in your liquor cabinet.
Maybe it saw, or maybe it knew that it could influence you to buy it, and it was paid for by Big Curacao.
Well,
big curacao.
I know I shouldn't have let Clue come into my house the other day.
Yep.
This is not bad. I think
No,
a few of these would
that's
mess you
enjoyable.
right up.
Yeah, if you guys have a refill, I have all the ingredients to make more.
Wonderful. Yeah, no, that's enjoyable. And it's going to go perfectly with our conversation here. This is actually one of my favorite franchises.
Really?
So, real big computer nerd growing up, not a lot of friends. And I remember loving the hell out of Tron when I saw it. Ripped it off of HBO on a tape player, as you did in, that time.
Oh, wait, here. This is for you, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah.
The HBO
Nailed it.
pre-movie fanfare.
Yep.
Oh, that shit was fire.
Yep. Yep.
Takes
Better
you
than
around,
the
those- the
boom. Way better than that. The fuzz
way,
noise.
Way better than the
Yeah.
boom.
Yep.
No.
That's
The
also
old
how I
HBO.
had all of my Star Wars films, by the way.
Yep.
Was that. We had HBO preview for like a month or something, and I took full advantage of that.
Taped everything. You
Taped every second of it, and watched
are
as
the
much
days.
Skinamax as possible.
These kids today are so soft with their easy access to all movies and porn. We had it so hard back in the
Boy,
day.
did we get old and curmudgeon-y right away.
Oh, man. Damn.
But I'm with you.
Yeah.
I used to have to watch the pay-per-view channels that you didn't have, but if the squiggly lines
squinted hard
broke
enough.
just right.
Yeah. That looked like a nipple.
That was a boob. I saw
All
a boob.
right, quick sidetrack. My
Sure.
dad had, because my dad was, he had a lot of hookups at the factory he worked at, and we had a cheater box cable thing that I remember distinctly for a time in the 80s, maybe early 90s, the USA network, whatever channel that was on the dial, would turn into the Playboy network after 8 p.m.
What?
8 p.m. Not
Wow.
even like 11.
So
After
early.
8 o'clock, it was porn.
Yep.
And I remember we had this big front projection TV where the piece of furniture projected on the screen across the... We watched Sabres games on that thing back in the day. I would, everyone's out of the house. What was I, 12 years old at the time? Well, let's watch what some boobs look like. Oh, my God.
Yep.
It was insane. Thanks, Dad.
Yep. Also, unfortunately, not what real boobs look like.
No, I realize that now.
Yeah.
No, yeah, in retrospect, 90s boobs were the worst boobs.
Oh,
They were not real
Awful.
or anything.
Awful.
God,
80s
so
and
bad.
90s porn was the worst.
We were growing up with like Baywatch, and now it's like Pamela Anderson. It's like that's not what they look like.
No.
No.
It's not normal. That's not good.
No.
Basketballs should not be attached to your
Yeah.
chest.
Right,
Right?
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
Literal softballs with the stitching and all. No, thank you.
Like she's running at a dead sprint, and they're not moving.
No.
Speaking of fake women, I guess we could talk about Tron then.
Yeah, sure. Well, do you want to
Good
go?
transition.
Do you want
I
to go
like
back
that,
to the
yeah.
original
Very good
Tron, or do you want to go straight to Ares?
Well, I
Because
mean,
we
we
kind of
did-
pitched it as both.
Yeah, we did this because of Ares coming
Yeah.
out, and we all liked the Nine Inch Nails, or we appreciated the fact that they did the soundtrack.
Yes,
but
we
that
did.
opened up the world of Tron to a conversation. So, Adam, you said you were a huge fan of the OG Tron back in the day.
Yep.
I remember my first brush with Tron was that video game I had on the Intellivision. If you know what an Intellivision is,
Oh, I'm
that's
with
for
you.
you.
I'm with you.
And it was Tron Deadly Discs, and that was the game.
I'm gonna look that up while you're talking.
It was super basic, but that was my first knowledge of what Tron was. I didn't actually see the movie until years later, probably when you probably saw it, Adam, on HBO, just coming across it, and realizing, what is this low-tech weirdo thing? And, kind of going from there, and just, I guess, appreciating what it was culturally, but not really, I was never a big Tron guy. I remember seeing, what was the second one? Tron...
Legacy.
Yeah.
And just being like, okay, it was a movie. And then the recent one I saw, because we watched it for the cast, but so I'm up on my Tron. And just the idea of it I find fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk more about it in a little bit, but that's sort of my background on it.
My background with Tron is many years ago there was a Family Guy cutaway to them being on the Tron motorcycles. And I was like, so I was vaguely aware that that's like a movie or a franchise or something, and that was really it. But I watched Legacy earlier this year. And then I watched Aries just now for this cast, and so I'm coming around to it finally. I had zero background before 2025.
Wow.
I'm going to mark this as another thing that we have given to Mike.
Yeah,
Whether it be the Goonies
contributed so
or
much.
Ghostbusters. Yeah. Yep. So
His 80s knowledge is
Mm-hmm.
really...
80s was a black hole. Yes,
Wow.
we've said that on this cast before.
Yeah.
Princess Bride was one
we're not here to
that I
shame
hadn't
you.
seen until probably the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
I've been catching up on all my 80s shit.
But what I find so fascinating is you lived in that time. You came up through the 80s.
Yeah, but we've talked about this before too, Sean. Like you had older people influencing me, whereas I was the elder in my
That's
family.
true.
My father was not a pop culture guy in any sense at all, nor was my mother. So it wasn't until I was probably 12 or 13 that pop culture started to exist for me.
I guess I take it for granted. I mean, you and I are both Zennials or Xennials, however you want to pronounce it, like that micro generation. I think, Adam, you're on the cusp of it.
I call myself an elder millennial.
Okay.
Like
so
I'm the very first millennial year or the last of the X's.
Yeah. So we're all in that same like zone of like in between like that analog Gen X and the digital millennial kind of thing. And I don't know where the hell I was going with this, but I had an older brother who is a Gen Xer, and I guess his information on me as a cultural consumer was huge. And my mom was also like really into like that kind of stuff. She's the one that took us to see all these movies and things like that. So I think that is probably why I was so well informed as it was coming out. And then I get it, not having like a family that's really into it and being the older sibling.
I feel like for me, pop culture starts at like 1993.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it's across the board, like television, movies, music. Like it all starts for me in about 1993.
And I can correlate that because that's when my brother kind of stopped having anything to do with me early 90s.
Yeah.
And that's where I had to make my own like decisions on what I would like. And I see that, right? Because then that's when it's you and you decide, then you're influenced by things and you start kind of creating your own version of self. It's like my wife always says, we're children of the 80s. I'm like, no, we're not. We're children of the 90s.
Yeah,
We
you were born in
invented
the
ourselves
80s,
in
but
the 90s.
yeah.
And I complicated my arc by actively disliking the 80s for a long time. Like, because it was...
Complicated my arc? That's great. That's great.
You notice how I made it sound so...
Is that a literary device? Character arc? Does anybody remember that? Does anybody remember that?
Ask, I guess.
Yeah. All right. That's an inside baseball joke there.
But I did really strongly dislike most 80s pop culture for much of my like late childhood and early adulthood. And it's really only been in the last 10 years that I've started like going back to that decade and watching things, listening to the 80s music to me was the fucking worst. Hey, I love the 50s, 60s, 70s, love the 90s, 2000s.
Just skip the
I
80s.
couldn't stand the 80s.
Yeah.
But like I said, in the last 10 years or so, I've really gone back and started appreciating a lot of shit from that decade. Just late. Just very late.
Audience, you must know that Mike really appreciates 80s heart. Unapologetic fan.
Don't out the man unless he wants to be.
Heart.
But again, in recent years. And also, to add context, ironically and only when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I guess post-ironically. It started ironically.
Yeah. And now it's
become a
sincere.
genuine
It's become
appreciation.
genuine. Get a couple drinks in me,
Yeah.
and I'm like screaming the lyrics to Alone.
See, I love the Renaissance, like hard rock 70s era of Heart. You are a huge fan
Oh, I like that
of
too. No, I like that very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Barracuda and Crazy on You. And
Oh, the intro to Crazy on You? Damn.
Crazy on You is good.
I tried learning it on my guitar. It is intricate, to say the least. Yeah. It's if you look at the tablature, it's fairly simple, but my God, is that complicated.
Yeah.
Almost like writing a program.
Yeah. Thank for bringing it back. I was just about to be like, so we were talking
The
about.
second transition. You've
Look at that.
transitioned from porn to Tron,
Wow.
and now
Heart to Tron.
somehow from Heart of all things to Tron.
To be
Next
fair,
up
I
is
put us
porn
in
to
that-
heart.
That side. I'm like the worst. Like what is the guy who does Family Guy? Seth MacFarlane. I'm the Seth MacFarlane of the cast. They keep sending us on all these side quests.
That's
I'm
almost
sorry.
as bad as this one time.
Well,
Sorry, listeners.
So I guess I can sum up the Tron franchise in like one sentence, and you let me know if this works. Let's see if I did it right. I was reshaping it in the car as I was coming over. You're in a piece of software, and you have to choose whether you're working for the user or the producer. Fairly right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
User is blue, producer is red.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. I don't know why I loved it so. Maybe it's just like the retro modernism or retro futurism of the 82. So I was born in 85, which means when Tron first came out, I was not conceived because it was 82.
So to be fair, I was a 1-year-old when it came out.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have seen it then either.
Yeah.
I would have seen it probably late 80s, 90s.
Do we know what time in 1982 it came out? Like what?
Yeah,
year?
July 9th.
You would have been an infant.
I was a month old.
Yeah. So we're talking about a franchise that predates us. But I remember just loving the idea that computers and softwares and lasers were like that capable, that powerful, that sort of thing. And I was hooked immediately. Like as a kid who loved technology and still does, like the idea that there's a world in the software that can be like programmed and controlled was really intriguing to me. Outside of the cool graphics and the like really hard to watch neon scenes, because my projection TV really had trouble showing the reds and the blues at the same time.
That's true.
The contrast was god awful.
It's like being colorblind.
Yeah, you couldn't see any of the people. You just saw the disc flying.
Yeah.
That's all I saw, really.
Yeah.
No.
I have no frame of reference because I've still not seen the original.
It's
it was bad. I mean, it tried for a lot of things it couldn't do technically.
Yeah.
Right.
If you watch it on a TV nowadays, it's not the same experience.
I always thought of the original Tron as a way to try to showcase some of the upcoming digital animation that they could do, things like that, like just digital filmmaking.
Oh my god, the tanks,
Yeah.
as they, right, or the God, what are they? The flying. My arms are held in a certain angle like this. What are they?
They named them in Legacy or in Ares. What was it? The
Shit, I gotta find the
Inquisitors
name.
or something like that. It was or the Recognizers.
Recognizers, yeah.
It was. I always thought it was an interesting concept for people who had absolutely no idea how computers work.
Yeah. The internet's a series of tubes.
Right. That's exactly like Tron was made for people who like know what the internet is, know what computer programs are, but don't know at all how they work.
Yeah.
Don't know how
it's like an
lasers
allegory
work.
for it.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing is like, oh wow, this is incredible. This guy got digitized and he's in this digital world. Oh, everybody like is a projection of their program. Blah blah blah. That's not how the Force works.
No.
You know, like, it's not it. But
is it cool?
Yes. If you can suspend your knowledge of that stuff and you can suspend your disbelief, you could be like, okay, that's pretty sweet. That's how maybe like the mind recognizes it or whatever.
Yeah.
The laser thing gets a little weird, especially when they kept doing it like throughout the rest of the series.
Don't sit in front of a laser. That's the story of Tron.
Or you can 3D print a human, apparently. Like it's like stuff like that I'm like, what the fuck?
Would I want to do it? No.
Well, I mean, for 29 minutes, you could have a lot of fun, Adam. Depending on what you print.
We're right back to the point. I knew it was going to happen.
Sean giveth and Sean taketh away.
That's right.
He
That's right.
digresses and then he regresses quickly.
This is how it works, especially when I'm half a light cycle in.
Let me ask this question
of
you gentlemen. I have not seen the original. And so there are movies, like we've discussed Goonies, Princess Bride. You know, there are movies that, even if you're coming to it later on, you didn't grow up with it, they're still great. Is the original Tron such a movie? Or would seeing it now just completely, like it wouldn't land, it wouldn't register, it would be out of date?
I have a thought, but Sean, you're mid-thought, so...
Please, go ahead.
The original Tron is to Ares as the Martian Chronicles are to current sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So...
The influence is there.
The influence is there. Do you need to see it? No, I just have the nostalgia factor of being a fat kid in the 80s who really loved computers.
Honestly, though, I will disagree a little bit that I feel like watching Ares, if you did not know about some of the Easter eggs and things from the original movies, it would definitely not hit the same way.
That's fair.
And I feel like it'd be good to have that background knowledge. So, you said you went to Disney World.
I did.
You rode the roller coaster.
I did.
which I'm jealous of. That was the one ride that I did not get on that I wanted to. That was my compromise.
We got on it twice because before we went, we did the thing where you set up the time or whatever.
Yeah, fast pass.
And then
Pass.
one, I forget what led us to going there prior to that. Some circumstances were like, well, let's just hop in the line. So we ended up riding it twice, and once during the day and once at night. And man, the only criticism I have of that ride is that it is too short. It is fucking awesome.
So you have... Oh, thank you for that review, by the way.
Yeah, if I go back, I got to get on it.
Oh, did you not ride it either?
It was in construction the last time I was there.
I got you. Oh,
Same
man,
thing with the Star Wars world, and now that
It is.
You should go for Star Wars World.
It is easily the smoothest roller coaster I've ever been on. Like,
Really?
It goes unbelievably fast, and yet it's like you don't feel yourself moving. It's like it's that crazy smooth, and it's one of those roller coasters where right out of the gate it like launches you up to from 0 to 80.
Like the magnetic shot.
things,
It is wild.
Okay.
It
would have to be.
Quick digression on this.
Sure.
Because they were building both of that and the Star Wars world the last time I took my kids to Disney World, and now that Disney has ripped my heart out and stepped on it multiple times, I do not want to give them my money ever again.
The rides are worth it, though.
Nah, fuck that. The Avatar ride was enough for me.
Yeah,
That
hands
ride
down,
is
that
the
was our
greatest-
favorite ride
It is still
of
the
all
greatest
time.
ride. It is the
Of
greatest
all
ride.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. That
Yeah.
is for you engineers who built the Avatar
God bless
Flight
you.
of Freedom, whatever that thing is called. It is incredible.
Yeah. You made me smell mushrooms while riding a ride. That's cool. Weird.
But where was I going with it? Anyway, the
Ride. Tron, Light Cycle.
your appreciation of Tron through the ride and what you saw in the last couple of movies, I think it'd probably be one of those, I got nothing to do, I'm drinking, I had an edible.
Actually, that would be great.
Oh my god, that would really probably enhance the whole experience.
A point that I was going to make about Aries when we get to it is, would I rewatch this movie again? Absolutely. Late at night, and after having eaten an edible, I think this movie would possibly be the greatest thing ever.
We'll have to swap preferences here. I've got a couple choices.
I think you need to go and watch it then, just for the sake of completing the trilogy.
Yeah.
And also the experience of being able to watch it while high. Absolutely.
All right, then.
I skipped Legacy.
Yeah.
Should I go back?
Yes.
I mean, I have Disney Plus.
Olivia Wilde, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, I'm in. She's
And
in a
she
suit.
did a
She's in a suit.
There's a short cameo of her at the end of Aries, if you didn't notice.
I didn't notice. I was a bit rushed on my rewatch or on my watch, so like
she's in the
thought I
stinger
bought
scene.
it.
Did you see the credit scene?
Yeah.
So she's the person that appears like as another program who escaped the program, basically.
Oh.
So once you know that, and you're like, oh, and she was probably the only thing about Legacy that was interesting, in my opinion. I mean, it was okay. Like the whole Jeff Bridges thing and his like
he's in all three,
and like enemy of him as a young person was weird and odd, but it's yes. If you've seen the beginning and the end, you got to see it.
Okay, all right, I'll go back.
The sort of like computer generated young version of Jeff Bridges in Legacy was off-putting. It looked fake. And I don't know if that was by... I didn't read about this or not, so I don't know if that was by design or if that was just like technology. Because this was, 2010?
I'm looking now.
Technology was limited, but it was weird.
2010.
Yeah. It's like they're early trying to de-age actors, like early attempts at it, but they get away with it because he's a computer program.
Right.
He is a copy of...
Well, and that's why I said
character.
I wonder if it was done intentionally, because it's bad.
Well, it's not like the what is it, Ghostbusters Afterlife, where they literally CGI our man Harold Ramis, and that looked eerily good.
Yeah,
I will say.
I do not hate the Ghostbusters sequels that have come out with the Stranger Things cast in it.
Yeah,
I don't hate it, but I also don't love the fact that they couldn't do it with Harold Ramis. You know what I mean?
I know. Well, but that's not their fault.
Them, but I mean,
for the one,
yeah,
Frozen Empire was really good.
Yeah, no, they're not bad. They're not bad movies. Anyway, we're getting out of these properties here.
Yeah, I mean they all just blur together. So we're talking MTV Spring Break. No, I'm just kidding. That's a whole nother thing to talk about. Oh my god. Anyways, yeah. So essentially, here we're really talking about I always view Tron as retrofuturism, which isn't accurate because it's not. Retro isn't the right word because
See, 80s futurism?
80s futurism, very much like Muse
Yeah.
and the album that we reviewed when we were talking about music. Like, that's what it feels like to me. Like, neon, literally neon is what I think of when I think of Tron. Red, blue, neon. Full stop.
The 80s futuristic aesthetic is its own unique animal, so calling it 80s futurism is not too far off the mark. But, like, I get the whole... It is retro now.
Yeah.
Because, like, the vision of the future of the 80s is wildly different than what we got.
Yeah, now I just picture dystopia.
There needs to be a name for this now, because that's what steampunk is. Right?
Let's do it.
Steampunk is
let's
like,
name
this
the
is
genre.
How people in the Victorian age pictured the future.
Oh, I got it.
Right?
You can call it neon futurism. You could call
neon
it
futurism.
Reagan futurism.
No.
No,
I like neon better.
You gotta get punk in there. Neon punk. Let's call it
neon punk. There we go.
Futurism.
Synth punk.
Synth punk.
Synth punk. That's it right there.
There we go.
We did it.
Okay.
All right. A bell to mark this occasion.
That's right.
Well done, boys.
Momentous.
Spread the word, nerds.
Synth punk it is. Anything from 1980 to 1991, we'll give a little flex on
I
that.
think that's fair. I would even go 78, 79, because there were some properties that were late 70s that definitely heralded that 80s vision of what the future world would look like. And it was a ton of neon, synth.
Thinking Blade Runner?
Yeah.
Which we did.
Yeah.
You should go back and listen to Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner. 81, right? 82?
I'll take your word for it.
But Tron is like the granddaddy of all of it. Like, if you want to
82 in 2010 and 2025.
Yeah. If you were to envision what the future looked like from the 80s, it's Tron. It's that whole idea of everything glows, everything is like sleek and digital looking.
But yet boxy.
Yeah, chunky.
It's a DeLorean with neon lights on every angle.
Yeah. If you think about how cool like 80s styling is now, with like things coming out like the Hyundai Ioniq 5.
I fucking love that car.
That fucking car is that is
so good.
Man.
Even the 9. The 9 steals the same language.
But they got it. They understood like that pixelated. Everything has like poly garage shading. Like you guys know what that is. Like just like that real like everything is extremely geometric looking to be like futuristic.
Is it weird that when you said pixelated, the very next word in my mind is bukkake? That's super. You know what? I blame Cards Against Humanity for that.
Like pixelated book.
Yeah, that card always wins if you have it in your hand. Just play it.
That one and Pac-Man Uncontrollably Guzzling Cum.
Yeah.
That one always wins too. But Pac-Man is another version.
Pac-Man, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You have people playing Pac-Man or playing Asteroids or whatever back in like the 70s, 80s were thinking about the stuff that Tron delves into. It's like, can you go into that world and what would it look like? Well, there you go.
I'm even thinking, give me a sec. So I had my students in 10R last year debunk internet conspiracy theories or myths. And we looked at like Creepypastas, which is a website that like spins off. That's where Slender Man came from.
Right.
And there was a 1980s video game that spawned a conspiracy theory that the U.S. government made the video game in order to indoctrinate and or kidnap kids. And I'm looking up the name of it now. Video game.
Eerily like the Dungeons and Dragons
CIA.
stuff too.
Well, it wasn't Satanic Panic. Polybus. Urban legend about a lost arcade game. According to the legend, a new game appeared in arcades around Portland, Oregon in 1981. The gameplay was supposedly psychoactive, abstract, and dangerous. Children who played the arcade game were said to suffer from amnesia, seizures, night terrors, and hallucinations. The arcade cabinet was described as so addictive that players were returned to Polybus repeatedly until they went insane, died, or vanished.
Wow.
The lack of any surviving Polybus cabinets is explained by men in black who were said to record data on the players before removing all arcade machines. So, like, that makes me think of Tron a little bit, and, like, this, like, synth-punk futurism where, like, there were still some remnants of Cold War era feelings where, like, you couldn't trust the government, you couldn't trust the system to, like, be fair, so you had to fight against the system.
Shades of Last Starfighter in that one, too.
Yeah, Last Starfighter
Is that
for
one
sure.
you're familiar with, Mike?
No.
Negative.
See, I knew it. The 80s is a black hole to this, man.
Oh, my God. You don't know The Last Starfighter?
Oh,
Wait. Oh. Do you know what Enemy Mine is?
If it makes you feel better, I don't.
No.
Oh!
I just have a computer in front of me.
God! You guys both. Enemy Mine. Luke Gossett Jr.?
Jesus Christ, what is this that I'm looking
Zombies? Oh!
1985 American sci-fi fiction film directed by Wolfgang Peterson, written by Edward Chmera, based on Barry B. Longyear's novella. Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. as a human and alien soldier, respectively, who become stranded together in an inhospitable planet, must overcome their mutual distrust in order to cooperate and survive.
This is why...
There you go.
That's a Star Trek The Next Generation episode.
Essentially.
Literally it is.
And,
what came first?
The Romulan. Well,
this was 85, so obviously
like
Star
Henry
Trek.
White.
Here's the thing about this, guys. Modern stories suck. And here I'll get back to Tron, Ares, because I think that's kind of...
I was going to go there next, yeah, thanks.
I feel like the ability to tell new, interesting, engaging stories has been completely incapacitated with at least Hollywood now. Because, like, I watched Ares, and my wife suffered through it too. She was sat on the couch with me, and she's like, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
And all I could think was...
eyeball candy.
It is, that was the epitome of the 6-7 meme. It's like, Yeah, it's got some visuals that were interesting, but that's all it was. It was like, we're going to substitute visual spectacle for any kind of actual stakes, any kind of characters you could care about, any kind of anything. Jared Leto is poison. Why
he sucks in everything he stars in. I'm going to say that.
Yes.
I'm just going to put it down there.
He's
I don't care.
terrible. Stop casting Jared Leto.
There's one caveat, and that's Requiem for a Dream.
Okay.
I liked him in Blade Runner 2049 as the villain.
That's fair.
Okay. I'll give you this.
I did enjoy Blade Runner 2049.
He cannot carry a movie. He's good as a secondary character or a tertiary character. He's fine as a character actor, Jared. That's what your thing is. When they try to make him, it doesn't work. And this movie was a bunch of glitz and but what was the fucking point? What was it? Oh, the permanence code. Oh, you can become permanent. Like that. None of it made any shred of sense.
Yeah.
It was, again, like the Marvel formula. There's a thing. You got to find this thing. Now you got to, like, bring this thing back. And the thing makes the other thing happen.
Dare I say, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse makes fun of it.
Yes.
There's a goober. There's always a goober. You got to find the goober and bring the goober back.
Thank you. That's one of the few modern films that kind of understands where the storytelling is going and gets it. It's Marvel, it's Disney, it's Star Wars, it's all of these things have basically streamlined the algorithm of what makes a movie into, like, it's all the same gray goo bullshit.
I will put a huge plug out for one story that is not the same. Even if it is the same, I don't care, because I still care about the characters. And I would say Stranger Things. Okay.
We can do another cast on that because of, like, the
put a pin in that
finale of it and everything. Maybe possible future cast for those of you out there who love it. The thing that gets me about this Tron thing is, like, Tron is a unique idea.
Mm-hmm.
It is fascinating. It pioneers a new world, a new idea. Like, there's stories in that. Tron Legacy, that's nostalgia bait. It is. Ares is...
It's 30 years later.
The same thing. It's like, let's cash in on this thing that people know about, and, we'll bring the digital programs into the real world. That's the twist, everybody. Well, it fucking sucked. I hate to tell you.
What can you do in 29 minutes?
We're going to 3D print everything. And why was Gillian Anderson in this? Gillian, I thought better of you. What the fuck? Like,
I enjoyed seeing her.
Yeah, it was nice to see her getting work. But what the fuck? I don't know. That's my
That's not what I meant when I said it was nice to see her. But yes, it is nice to see her get work.
Scully is one of my, adolescent / pubescent, yes, she was a
different kind of nostalgia bait.
Yes.
Go away, baiting.
I just feel like everything now has fallen prey to, I don't know if the critical drinker would say this or something like that, like the message or whatever, like the formula. Like, it's all the same crap. And I am so done. I am so fucking done.
Can I ask you a question, Sean? And Mike, feel free to chime in on this because you and I have been pretty quiet for the last 5-10 minutes.
Sorry.
That's fine. If Disney didn't make it, would you enjoy it more?
No. If it was the same thing, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't, because they're all the same.
Because I know where your heart is with Disney.
Yeah, Disney's the poster child of modern corporate, I don't know, like, just say,
capitalism
is the best thing I can say. It's just all the same. It's all the same. Yeah, it's all
you need to read Down and Out in the Magic Kingdom by Cory Doctorow.
Thank you, I will.
Yep, anywho. So, Mike, Aries.
I didn't hate it. I didn't like. I mean, as I said before, like, would I watch it again? Yes, but late at night if it were on TV and I was high, you know. And
What's your choice of edible, by the way? We'll have a side comment on that.
I've been really into actually not even edibles, but seltzers lately.
Yeah, they hit faster.
Cycling Frog, I think it's called.
Ooh,
You familiar with that?
no.
The problem I have is I'm not a sociable edible or seltzer user. I tend to
You want to be alone.
I become very quiet.
Same.
You know?
Well, we talked about doing one of those for one of our beverages, didn't we?
Yeah. There is,
and we should. And honestly, this would have been a.
this could have been, well,
Well, we would have had to do it in the preceding cast because it takes a little bit.
it's, yeah.
Anyways, I thought this movie was excellent from a visual standpoint.
I did enjoy the spectacle.
And I really enjoyed the soundtrack because, you know, we talked about Nine Inch Nails a lot in a recent cast. And there's just such an atmosphere or a mood attached to everything Trent Reznor does.
Oh, it's so good.
And there were a lot
take
of
my money,
scenes
Trent.
where I was very aware of what was happening musically a lot more than I was paying attention to what was happening
Yeah.
narratively.
That's fair.
I liked those two things about it. Narratively, I thought the weirdest thing about this movie was just how small the story was.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like, take over the world.
Right.
But no.
It was not like, it wasn't like a tightly focused narrative, you know, which might be a compliment, right? It's when I say small, what I mean is like there was not much going on. It was basically like the one guy who's the head of the one company and the one girl who's the head of the other company, and they're both trying to find the same code, but the one guy is like an asshole and the girl's a lot more likable. And then within that, you had Jared Leto's story of like, does he follow orders or does he make choices for himself?
Yeah.
And that's what passed for philosophy in this film.
Yeah.
And, so, like I said, the story was just this incredibly, very minor story. Like
Yeah.
it was narratively, you know, obviously that wasn't the main focus. Obviously what they were going for was the spectacle on screen and all of that. I thought was excellent. I thought it was really well done visually. And like I said, the soundtrack I really enjoyed, but the story was just not much.
Disney throwing money at the screen, essentially. I mean, if you want to talk about, like, will they follow programming or do what they want to do, you should read Martha Wells's Murderbot Diaries. Like, that's a series that's much more interesting when it comes to, like, AI and an autonomous robot deciding what to do.
That's
and
Asimov.
Yeah. And
no, you said Murderbot.
Martha Wells, Murderbot.
Martha Wells, yes,
And I would
sorry.
absolutely do what the robot does, which is disassociate by watching movies in my brain.
I read the first two of those. That would be a good topic for the cast, actually.
I think I did the first 5.
I read the first one, and I loved it. And I took too long to read the second one, and I liked it. And now I've taken way too long to get to the third one. I've just been...
We gotta put a pin in that, too, because I've been meaning to get to that series also.
The audiobooks are really good.
Okay. I appreciate the idea that the spectacle is something to see. I am so saturated with too much Hollywood spectacle. I'm done with it. I would sacrifice all of that gorgeous CGI and action choreography and all of it to get a new story with compelling characters that I give a shit about.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like that is where modern storytelling Hollywood has lost it. You know, in writing, it's still there. Because you're not concerned about making sure everything is, like, pleasing to all audiences. Like, I'm sure the Murderbot Diaries aren't something that you're sitting there going, like, am I going to get a good market share with 25 to 38-year-olds or whatever? Like, who gives a fucking shit? You write what you think is good. It's a good story. Hollywood is way too fucking concerned with every single movie has to check every single box so that every single seat can be filled at every single... And then cinemas are dying anyway. Right. So what is the point anymore? The whole thing's about to blow up in their faces, and I'm just, like, I'm saddened by that. I used to love going to movies. To me, it was one of the highlights of a month or whatever. Say, hey, we're going to go see this new movie. I can't wait. Go to the theater, you know, get the tickets, buy the popcorn. It was like a thing. It was like going out. And now they killed it. They killed it, where it's like everything's just streaming immediately, or see it in your home within a month or whatever. Going to the theater sucks now. The last time I went to see a movie was the F1 movie, because my father-in-law wanted to take us all to go see it, and it was fine. It was a decent movie to watch. It wasn't anything groundbreaking or exciting or anything, but there's been nothing where I'm like, I have to see this in theaters. I didn't see Tron Ares in theaters because I'm like, I don't want to spend the money to see that in theaters. Yeah. I just didn't.
I was pissed off because I had to spend $25 to rent it. It's like
this
movie did bad in theaters. It didn't get great reviews. And yet for months on end, the only way for me to see it is to rent it. Rent it for $25. That's on Amazon.
I paid the extra. It's
going to be on Disney. It's a Disney product, right?
It's usually like 6 months later after it leaves theaters. So I
kept dragging my heels. Like I said, I watched it this morning because I was waiting and waiting. I'm like, it's got to be on Disney soon.
I spent the extra $4 just to own it.
Yeah.
And still kind of regret it.
Yeah.
Like it's got 53% on the tomato meter and 84% on the popcorn-ometer. So, like, fans kind of liked it, but, like, critics were like, nah, I'm more with the critic.
If you were to ask me, like, as I'm sure we'll get to here at some point, like, you know, give our recommendations.
It's coming up soon.
I was not entertained while I was watching it. Again, you know, there's the literary brain, and then there's the spectacle brain. And like I said, there were things about this movie I was like, man, that was fucking cool. Mm-hmm. And the music, I thought the music was the best part of it.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
But then after you watch it, you're like, what did I actually just watch? Not much. You know, there's not a lot of memorable shit in it.
Jared Leto staring dead-eye through a glass visor.
Right. And honestly, Jared Leto, with all his limitations, I thought was one of the better actors in this film.
No, he wasn't terrible.
Some of the other actors were even worse.
Yeah.
What was her name? Emily or whatever? I don't know who the actress was. I thought she was terrible. I don't know what...
The main lead?
Yeah,
she wasn't very good.
Everything she said just sounded like actress reading a script. Yeah.
What's the character name? Do you remember?
It was like Emily or something like
Elizabeth?
that. Maybe?
No, that's Gillian Anderson.
She was good.
Jodie Turner-Smith was Athena...
No, she was what she... Jodie Turner-Smith was what she needed to be, a non-thinking computer program.
Yeah.
And even Jeff Bridges, who I have enormous respect for, like in his little cameo, I thought was just eccentric. Yeah. He didn't come across as like powerful.
He was playing the dude.
He was.
He was the dude.
Yeah, because he kept saying, man, now you make your own choices, man. It was like, and I love Lebowski. I can recite that movie beginning to end, but it did not feel like Bridges was...
No.
It was like he showed up for like half a day's work and got paid. And...
Yeah, the neon lights did not really bring the room together, man.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yes, that was good. Well earned.
I literally... Sarah Desjardins playing Erin.
I don't remember.
Greta Lee playing Eve.
Greta Lee.
Eve.
Yeah,
that's
Greta Lee. Greta Lee. Okay.
And maybe she's great in other stuff. Again, I don't know the actress, but I don't know her well enough. Half the lines she said through this. There was one part where they were having like the motorcycle chase in the real world.
Yeah.
And she goes out of nowhere. She goes, "Oh, I get it. You want to play, huh?" And I was just like, "Oh, like that was such like maybe that sounded good in the writing room, but the way she said it, it was like she just read the line out of the script."
Yeah. Can we all agree that we hate modern dialogue or all dialogue? We just hate dialogue. Stop talking.
We have high standards.
And what sucks is like what. And the reward system for this is terrible because Hollywood will never learn the right lesson. Movies that take risks, that do new things, that have well-written characters and dialogue don't do well, right?
Yeah.
They don't make money. Movies like fucking Avatar that has no cultural footprint at all do great because
I can't believe they made a fucking third Avatar.
That's what kills me. And like what sucks is like you bought the movie, quote unquote, but
which sold the wrong incentive.
But you don't really own it.
No.
You don't, because what's going to happen? They have to think of the last movie you bought there, whatever, where they canceled the rights or Amazon lost the rights to this, so now you lost your movie. What the fuck?
Yep. I've learned to back up every single thing, and thankfully, my student teacher bought me a copy of Dead and Breakfast. So thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, student teacher, for them.
The student teacher,
that movie has come up so many times on this podcast.
Honestly, maybe a live watch on Halloween.
We should do an episode on.
Yeah, live watch.
We have not gotten back to a zombie property in a while.
It's got David Carradine in it, y'all.
Why have we not done this yet?
Because I didn't have a copy of the DVD and it's nowhere else.
We do.
Yes, now we do.
All
right, so I guess it's recommendation time, and I'm watch the first Tron. Don't watch Ares. I didn't even talk about Ares because I was that nonplussed about it. That's the word of the day for me today. By the way,
were you whelmed, underwhelmed, or overwhelmed?
Underwhelmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Like-
Again, I don't mean that as like high praise. I mean,
No.
this is not Godfather Part 2 by any stretch. But as a mindless, like, you know, hey, I've got 2 hours to kill and I'm just looking for some mindless sci-fi. Visually and like aesthetically, very cool. That's about all I can say about it, but worth it.
Mindless is the highest praise you can give this movie. And I will say, save your money unless you can find it through other means where you're not paying directly for it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry if you did.
Find a friend who accidentally rented it
This
or
is
bought
an
it.
excellent point. A heavy caveat to my yes is don't rent it for $25. Wait for it to be available.
I'm sorry. And you bought the sherry this weekend? I feel like I owe you
That
money.
was not expensive.
Okay.
That was not good, but it was not expensive, thankfully.
The light cycle was good.
Tron and Tron Legacy to an extent are fine movies. This one is it's background while you're wrapping gifts or something for Christmas. It's not
Wow.
It's not something that you're going to sit there and like, I have to pay attention to this movie. Go watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy if you want something like that.
Oh, fuck, I agree with that any day.
Yeah. Which we have not done.
No.
We have not.
We've done Silmarillion, right?
Yeah,
Is that the
Silmarillion.
only-
And Rings of
and
Power.
Rings
We did Rings of
God.
Power.
Rings of Power, season 1.
Audience, you tell us, is it time for the nerds to go back to Middle Earth to the real focal point and the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Well, this is going to be the 25th anniversary of Fellowship, so...
Ooh, is that going to come out in theaters?
Yes.
I think we
January, I believe.
we'd have to talk about the books and the movies. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
they're so intertwined now.
Fuck yeah.
That
Peter Jackson's 32 hours of film.
that
right there.
smells like a good cast to me.
I'd be in.
That might have to be a series of casts, honestly, because I feel like there'll be a
That's
lot
fair.
to say.
My cast itch or cast sense is tingling.
All right. Well, we'll let you scratch that while I just tell the audience, hey, we're going to do something that maybe you've seen, but next up is Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I'll work on my accent later.
Victor!
That's not all you can say. Say anything else. Anyways, yeah, we're going to talk about the Netflix property, and he's probably one of the better directors that I can name by name right now. Actually, is Guillermo del Toro.
Well, I talk about someone
Jesus.
who's like the antidote to like the played out same old.
Yeah.
Guillermo del Toro is the guy.
Outstanding.
We are nothing if not balanced on this cast. So, if you got yourself a Netflix subscription, go check that out ahead of time, or wait until you hear our edification on it, and then watch it afterwards, because we're going to talk about that next. Until then, grab yourself a light cycle, and cheers, nerds.
Cheers.
Cheers.